Welcome to Castin Cajun. I'm your host, Tony Fondo. I want to thank all you people who follow us on YouTube. And one of our YouTube subscribers, Chad Leblanc, sent me an email. He's been catching beautiful catfish in the Intracostal Canal using these noodles and live cocahoe minnows. So today we're going to join him. Get ready for an exciting half hour with Castin Cajun.
Castin Cajun is brought to you by Thibodaux Regional Medical Center for expert, compassionate care. Grafton Dermatology, specializing in diseases of the skin, hair, nails, and cosmetic surgery. Cajun Home Improvements, the last roof you'll ever buy. Don's Wholesale, your truck superstore with the largest selection of pre-owned trucks in Louisiana. HomeAndTravel.com. Experience world-class fishing in the heart of Louisiana. Visit HomeAndTravel.com. And by Tony Sacheries, makes everything taste great.
All right, here's Chad checking the first jug line.
Doesn't look like a monster, but you never know.
We're in the Intracoastal near Berg, Louisiana. And
Yep, there you
beautiful,
go.
perfect size for me. I hope we get some big ones just for the camera.
Grab the brick and just drop it.
That's a nice one, Chad.
Yeah.
That's perfect eating size.
I use a brick because of the tugboats. You have to have a nice heavy weight. No? Okay. Thought they had one.
Oh,
Hold a brick.
all right, he's gonna rebait. Something took the bait.
Yeah, some of those cockahos, we asked for the biggest ones.
Using cocahoe minnows, the same thing we used for speckled trout yesterday. He even has his name on the noodles.
You have to around here. So many people do this.
There it is, it popped up over there.
Yeah, that's a
That
nice
one's up.
one.
All right, see if they can sneak up on it. Sneaky, sneaky.
If it's a monster and we can't get them in the net, you know
I bet.
what we have to do.
All right, let's see what it is. It got off?
Yes, we lost it.
Man, there was something really big on that line. It was pulling a noodle and a branch around with it, but managed to break off. Okay.
Yeah, so
Got a
small.
little one there. Hold him up over the boat, though. Over
Yeah.
the net.
Put them in the boat.
Nice. That's the best eating size.
Perfect eating size. He looked bigger.
You got a new net,
Put the
huh?
net down. Yeah, my other one,
Still got the tag on it.
last month, we caught 108 in a 24-hour period. That's the pictures I showed you. And it tore my net up, so I had to buy a new one. It's tricky sometimes. Sometimes that float will be jumping, and sometimes you never even know there was a fish on it.
Hey, catfish,
Put it
catfish.
in the boat, in the boat, in the boat, in the boat.
All right, all right. Like somebody be eating catfish and white beans.
What I normally do is I go about 3 or 4 times a year.
Fill up the freezer.
I fill up the freezer for hunting season.
Yeah, I got a lot of friends that don't fish during hunting season. You can't find them. They don't even answer their phone.
Well, I hunt in Alabama with a bunch of non-cages, I guess you can say. And they love when I bring the catfish.
Hey, Chad, how do you know if there's a catfish on it or not before you get to it?
Most of the time you can see when it's bouncing up and down. Sometimes it's hard when it's rough. A lot of people put the caps on the end of their PVC and they put a little piece of rebar. I don't do that because I have 150 and I don't want to take the time to do it. So pretty much just years of experience. Sometimes we'll miss one.
But unless it's moving, you don't know until you get there.
Yeah, like the one we just caught.
We didn't know that. Yeah.
We didn't even know it had a fish on it.
No.
It was a small one. I've caught catfish 40, 50 pounds and they're just sitting in the mud, not moving. You never even know they have a fish on it.
Wow, when you grab it, you find out quick.
You find out quick. And if it's a big one, you better let it go, regroup, get your net. For the big ones, I have a small gaff, you know. The worst thing to do is manhandle it and you'll break everything. And you lose your fish.
Oh, look, I think something just went, that's not on your line. That's a mullet or something.
This one looks like it can have a fish, but sometimes it's deceiving with the wind and the tide. And
that wind will have it bouncing.
Look, when they're far away, they all look like they have fish until you get right up on them. Looks like it's moving.
Yeah.
Right. Hold a brick, Thomas. Much better. That's the best eating kind right there. Best eating kind.
So Chad, looks like you got a system down over there. You got a little team and everybody does their part.
Everybody always teases me because I'm the captain, so I just drive.
That's why your hands stay clean?
Whether I'm crabbing or catfishing, I have a system. And all the guys love to tease me because I always like to fuss. Especially Thomas, my 17-year-old. He says I'm too rough.
Well, you better watch it because all your fussing is going to be recorded today.
I know. But we have one guy does the baiting, one grabs the brick. Everybody knows what to do.
Bob got a hard job today.
Woo, woo. It's deep here too, so
I see the fish. That's a redfish, I believe. Is that a redfish or a catfish? Let's see.
Oh. Well, hold on, Thomas. Let him pick it up. There you go.
That's a catfish.
Put him in the boat.
That's a nice one.
Yep. Hold him up, pick your net up. Yesterday, Buster and I put out about 150 jugs. I'm assuming, we didn't actually count, but it's around 150. I came here a couple of weeks ago. We caught 108 catfish in 24 hours. We had anywhere from a pound to maybe 40, 45 pounds was the biggest. Yesterday, setting out the jug lines, I usually leave them overnight. We had one that was 50 plus. I mean, we'll weigh it when we get home, but it was a very nice one. I mean, we setting them out. A couple of minutes later, we actually put one out, turned around, and in less than a minute, had a fish on it.
So Chad, we're fishing the Intracostal Canal between Berg and La Rose, right?
Yes, yes, sir. You can start as close as you want to Berg, as close as you want to La Rose. I mean,
probably
it's
anywhere along the Intracoastal.
Anywhere in the Intracoastal, you can go on the east side from La Rose to Lafitte and catch just as well.
Now, how deep under the float is your hook?
Normally, I have a brand new one here. Normally what I do is I just put the half-inch PVC. A lot of people like to put the caps on. I don't, because I have so many of them. And what I do is I just take some black twine from my local farm market. I just tie it through the PVC, and then I'll go about 2, maybe 3 foot at the most.
Yeah,
that's all I do. Sometimes I'll have them a foot, sometimes I'll have them 2 foot, I have them all different. And what I'll try to do is I'll use my depth finder. I'll start about 2 foot, and I'll try the deepest I try to get is about 5 foot.
Okay.
Because sometimes you'll come in here and the tide will change so much, it'll be a foot difference, you know? So sometimes you don't want to put them too shallow because, like I said, the tide will change and you'll be in mud.
Well, let's see if we can go get another one of those big ones.
I hope we can. I have confidence.
Don't go away, folks. You never know what he'll pull up.
Where? Right here. Good, hold on. Oh, I see it.
Oh, I see it under the water. Oh. I'm getting excited. I'm getting excited. Holy moly. Oh, I thought it was a bigger one.
Yeah, it's
Had me fooled.
because it
Hold 'em
has
up there.
10,
There you
11
go.
foot of water right here. That's what it is.
9 feet of water, yeah. Like we might have something here. Could be a figment of my imagination. Oh, no, it's no figment of my imagination. Another good eater.
They seem to be consistent
Yeah.
on the size
They
today.
must all be from the same litter.
Yeah. Well, it all started probably 20 years ago. My sister wanted to go fishing, red fishing. So we bought 100 cocahoe minnows and we went red fishing. I bet you it was 10, 12 casts, we caught 10 redfish. So we have a limit. So what I'm gonna do with 80 plus minnows, we had a private lease in Delta Farms for many, many years. So I said, let's go put out some jug lines. And I just, instead of buying cut bait, I used live cocahoe minnows. And I'm telling you, it was on fire. We caught one after another. And ever since then, I've always started using cocahoes. It's a little more expensive, you know. For this trip, I've spent 60 bucks this morning and 80 bucks yesterday. But I guarantee you we'll put meat in the freezer, you know. I went to a live bait circle hook. I use a H2O Express from Academy. I find the better hooks are the smaller hooks. For some reason, they get caught right there in the lip, and they do not get off. They just, some very good hooks for live bait, very good.
Okay, Chad's team moved into my boat, and Team Castin Cajun, Misha and I are taking over. All right, Coach.
All right, here's what we're gonna do, guys. We're gonna do our hook.
Okay.
Make sure you don't get the hook in your hand, of course. We have a brick here with a trot line clip. If you hold this brick,
Okay.
all it does is it's a snap, simple clip. I have a swivel on the end. All we do is hook it, and then let it go.
Okay.
And then we'll put a live minnow on here, and then you just roll your string out and you let it go.
All right.
Simple as that. Okay, guys, it's very important not to get this hook stuck in your hand. So whoever has the float, make sure you set it in the water. Then the brick guy can let the brick go. That way you will not get it caught in your hand.
Okay. Misha, you hold the hook.
All right.
Oh, you got a fish on. You got a fish on, Gary. You
I
got
knew
a
they
fish
had a
on.
fish.
Hey,
In the
look
boat,
at that.
in the boat. Yes,
Hey,
look at that, guys.
Look at that. We just get in the boat. Fish are biting already before we catch one before we even put a jug
That's
out.
it. I got some new deck
Hey,
hands
hey,
now.
wait. I want my flipper out of there. All right, you want to drop it here?
Okay, hold on 1 second. You can set the float down. All right, Tony, that'll work.
Well,
That's good.
that was good.
Yeah,
We
I
got a
knew
little
we had a
practice
fish.
run real quick.
Looks like a dud. Yep. Grab my minnow. Yeah, yesterday we caught 56 beautiful speckled trout.
That's what he was telling us.
I never thought
Y'all
I'd
went
be
to Cocodrie?
fishing catfish with him today. Yeah, we fished in Cocahoe yesterday with Captain Justin Brew. Hey, Coach, how am I doing on speed?
Pretty good. I can't complain just yet. I'll let you know in a minute.
Oh, man, I see this next one bobbing up and down in the water. I hope it's a big one. Now, don't play. Don't play with your food, Misha. That's not that. That's a decent one. Grab it, grab it, grab it. Grab it.
And that's it.
Got it. got him. Oh, yeah, yeah. That's it.
You got it, dude, on the net.
Good job. Good job. Good job, Misa man. That one little over here. Hoop.
Take it easy.
Got him. Show him to Gary. Oh, yeah. I'll rebait this one.
Well, not the biggest, but good eat.
Yep. Thibodeau went to visit his buddy Mojo, and Mojo had a helicopter in his backyard. He had never seen one before, so he said, Mojo, what's that? He said, man, Thibodeau, that's a helicopter. He said, what's a helicopter? He said, watch, I'll show you. Mojo gets in, cranks it up, takes off. Goes up about 3 or 4 minutes, and all of a sudden he comes crashing down. Thibodeau runs over there, finds him laid out with a broken arm. He said, Mojo, what happened? He said, I don't know, man. When I got pretty high, I started to get cold, so I turned off that big fan. Next thing I know, I wake up on the ground with a broken arm. Just leaning over.
Nope.
Yeah.
Smarter than
You
us.
get in there.
All right.
Let me try.
Let's see if Uncle T can get it.
Oh, there it is.
There he is.
There it is. There it is.
All right, we're gonna try one more time. One more time. Hold on, I'll make a U-turn. Stay in the front. Don't get
Right.
don't get excited.
I never get excited.
Don't get panic. Don't panic.
I never get excited. Calm, cool, and collective.
This time I'm gonna try to go a little faster on him and see what happens.
Oh,
You got him. You got him.
Luckily, I got a good net ball.
look at that.
Great
He's
job.
power
Great
hooked.
job.
Oh, look, come off the
Look
boat right there.
Good job, God.
He is foul hooked.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Oh, man.
Look at that. Y'all some real deckhands now.
Smile. Boom. Got him. Got him. I got him. I got him. I got him. He's not a big one. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Look at the color.
Nice and long.
Yeah. Look how pretty. He's really blue also. Kind of cute little face too.
Who's it remind you of?
A girl I dated in junior high. Mark Cartwright, who makes the catcher's mitt, who came up with the catcher's mitt, and has an item like this that's already pre-rigged, and it's called a tippet. 2 hooks, and the only thing you gotta do is add your weight and your bait. So we'll get him out here one of these days showing us how his works.
A catfish can live out the water a long, long time compared to regular redfish or a speckled trout. Normally I come, put out lines February, March, right after hunting season. Deer season is when I normally come, so it's still cool. And I normally, if it's cool, 40, 50, 60 degrees, let's say max, I won't even ice the catfish down till I get home. I'll come 6, 8 hours a day. I'll just leave them in my bucket. Now we're fishing and it's, what, 80 degrees close to it with the sun shining, so I'm not gonna take a chance. We've been fishing for maybe 2 hours, and now I have them in the ice chest and I've iced them down. So it just depends on the temperature, but I'm not gonna take a chance when it's hot. But I've had catfish in the boat 6, like I said, 6, 8 hours, and I get home and they're still alive. Good job, good job. A nice one. And look how he's hooked, right in the lip, through and through.
Well, folks, our time for the day is up. I want to thank everybody for joining me. Had a blast. You know, I am the Castin Cajun, and even though I didn't get the cast today, still got a mess of fish and had a fun time doing it. Thank you, Chad.
You're welcome.
Speaking of thanks, as always, got to thank our military, both our active troops and our veterans. So until next time, keep on casting. I ran into Boudreaux yesterday and he had both his ears bandaged up. I said, Boudreaux, what happened to your ears? He said, well, Tony, yesterday I was ironing my shirt and the phone rang, so I tried to answer it and I answered the iron by accident. I said, well, that explains one, but what happened to the other one? He said, I tried to call the doctor.
Woke up in the morning, another link in my chain.